Hey, good morning, guys. It's Friday, and I am super pumped and excited to be with you this morning. My name is Josh Coates, speaker, coach, and trainer on the John Maxwell team, founder of Legacy Leadership, and I'm pumped to hang out with you today. I've got some things that are just like crazy stirring in me this morning that I want to share with you. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? So, actually, I've been reading a new book, which has just got me just like pumped up. Hey, Kayla. So pumped. Whoops, kicked my tripod there. Sorry. So pumped, so excited. And sometimes your wheels just get spinning. I had about an hour of reading time this morning and a new book, and then drank my Energize and started working out. Hey, Marcy. And just getting super freaking pumped and excited. And just had some stuff rolling through me. Hey, Roxanne. And I just felt like I needed to get on here and just share a few things about some things. Thank you, Nicole. About some things going on that I think people are struggling with right now. That I want to bring some light to and maybe help you get through your struggles. That's one of my main goals, is to help people get through their struggles, get over the hump that they're in, get through the funk that they're in, and have the success that they really want to have. So I want to talk about something very specific. I've heard a lot of people right now that are just kind of in like a weird just funk. They're going through a slump in their business. The numbers aren't maybe looking like what they were looking like a few months ago. And people, I just feel like there's a lot of people right now on the struggle bus. And so people are getting down. People are getting out. People are starting to wonder and starting to question and starting to feel frustrated and starting to question, is this what I should do? Is this what I need to be doing? Is this for real? And so today I want to get on here and share a few things that I think have caused this frustration and a few tips on how to stop being frustrated and move forward. Because we all want to move forward, right? So here's the thing. Number one, you have absolutely got to return to your passion. You have got to get back to your passion. Most people that I know, because I work mostly with entrepreneurs who have a business that's based on specifically helping people. Yes, they sell products, but the specific purpose is to help people in a specific area of their life. Most of the people that I work with are health and fitness coaches, but I know there's many others of you following me who have some type of other service that you provide that you believe is for the common good, to actually empower and help people in their life. And so here's the thing. Most of you started your business because you said, if I could just help one person, it would be worth it. You said, I've had a change in my life, and I want to help people, and I want to inspire people, and that's why I signed up, right? And somewhere along the lines, we get so focused on numbers, we get so focused on ranks and titles and positions that we forget the reason we even signed up. We forget the reason we ever started our own business. And the only reason we started a business is because we wanted to help people. And we wanted to inspire people. So don't get me wrong. It's incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating when no one wants your help, isn't it? I've been there before. If you've heard my story, my entire first year of business, I signed 2 clients. I talked to 100 people and only 2 of them wanted my help. That is incredibly frustrating. Hey, Jen, but do you know what's more frustrating? Is to lose your passion and forget why you're here in the first place. You can never forget why you are here. You are here to help, to inspire, to encourage, to love, to support people. It's all about the people, and you can never stop focusing on the people. And I know a bunch of you are hearing a bunch of no's right now. Hearing all kinds of no's. Hey, what's up, LaDawn? Hearing all kinds of no's. Maybe it's the season, maybe it's whatever's going on, but I keep hearing people say, I'm hearing so many no's. I'm talking to people, but I'm getting no's. No one's interested, blah, blah, blah. And I get it. No's suck. They really do. And I apologize if you hear my kids in the background. They're out there playing in the living room, but that's life. Here's the thing. I need you to understand that every successful person on the planet hears a crap ton of no's every single day. In fact, I have a Facebook ad running right now. Maybe some of you have seen it. Hopefully all of you have seen it if my targeting has done a very good job. And this Facebook ad is absolutely killing it. In fact, I just pulled it up on my computer so I can look at the exact numbers here. Let me give you some numbers here because I want to prove a point to you guys, okay? This is not, sorry, my computer is going to cover this up for a second. Right now, my ad has 915 likes and 645 comments, okay? Over 900 likes, almost 650 comments. And that's awesome, of course, that's great. But out of those 645 comments, only maybe actually 50 people have signed up for the group from that ad. Now, obviously, tons of other people have signed up from other different areas in my funnel that I'm pulling people in. But I have 645 people that have commented on that. Maybe 50 people have actually signed up. Do you know what that means? That means that I've heard no somewhere around 600 times in the last month and a half that I've run that ad. Now, how many of you have heard 600 no's in the last month and a half? Anybody? Maybe some of you have, but probably not. That is a lot of freaking no's, isn't it? 600 times in the last month and a half, someone has said, no thanks, not interested, too expensive, it's not for me. But here's the thing, guys. Everything in life is a numbers game, right? What's up, Joanna? Everything in life is a numbers game. You cannot talk to 5 people and then get upset that you got a bunch of no's. You can't even talk to 20 people and get it and be upset that you got a bunch of no's. It doesn't matter how many people you talk to. The most successful people on the planet hear more no's than anyone else. But they keep going. They keep moving. They keep talking to people. And they keep finding, and here's the main point that I want to get to. They keep listening. They keep listening. Now, here's something that I want to really hit on. Is that successful people listen. They don't tell. They don't sell, they listen. In fact, on the John Maxwell team, we like to say this: if you're telling, you're not selling. Selling is a matter of listening to people and finding their needs. Do you know what most people do? Most people get on social media, they get on the internet, and they advertise what they have to offer. And they say, I have this, and I'm giving this, and if you need this, contact me. And that is not good sales. Good sales would be, I found that you need this. And I've been talking to people and realized that this is the need. And people are needing this. So I have this to offer you to solve your need. In fact, Ed DaCosta, who is my sales mentor on the John Maxwell team, says that you can't possibly make a sale without listening. Because if you're not listening, you don't even know what people need. You have no idea what people need. And I've heard people say this a few times to me. Sorry, I keep kicking my tripod. People have said, well, Josh, it's easy for you because your niche is so strongly defined. Which is partly true. My niche is very strongly defined. For those of you who don't know, I work with a ton of people in the Beachbody business. Beachbody is the company that puts out P90X and Insanity. And I work with a ton of people in that business, which makes it very easy for me to specifically find what those people need. But do you know why? Do you know why it's so easy for me to specifically find what they need? Because I spend hours upon hours upon hours upon hours listening and finding out what they need. In fact, all of my one-on-one clients, I'm constantly asking them questions because that's what my mentoring process looks like. I'm constantly asking them questions to find out what they're struggling with, to find out what they're going through, to find out how we can solve the problem, to find out what we can do. And while I'm mentoring someone and helping them to map out their game plan, I'm also constantly collecting data. And I'm saying, have I heard that problem before? Have I heard that struggle before? Is this a common thing that's going on with a lot of people? And when I hear the same problem over and over and over and over, I say, okay, I need to create a solution. And that's why my training groups sell out every single month. Since September of last year, at least one of my training groups has been sold out every single month. Why? Because I'm constantly listening to what people need, and then I'm offering the solution. And not just offering the solution, I'm speaking their language to their need. And that's something people usually don't do. Usually people are saying, I have this. I'm going through this. And don't get me wrong, you need to share your story. You need to share what you're going through and what you're struggling with to help you relate to people. But at the end of the day, you need to find out what your people need. So let me give you an example. You know, Zach Spuckler, who does a lot of business development training. I love the guy. If you need help with your Facebook ads, check out Zach Spuckler. I don't personally know him. I just went through his training and it changed my Facebook ads forever. But this is the number one thing that he taught me. He said, in your ads, the very first sentence has to point right at your customer's need. It's got to hit their pain point like that so that you will have their attention. And if you can, in the very first sentence, hit someone else's pain point, they'll be stuck. They'll be plugged in and they'll want to know what else you have to say. My ad right there that I told you has, 900 likes and 645 comments. The very first sentence points straight to my client's need. It says, are you a Beachbody coach struggling to find others who want to work the business? And that is the number one problem that I've heard from my clients that their teams are struggling with. So then what I do is when I hear a problem happening over and over and over and over, I simply go on my personal page and I simply say, how many people would be interested in a group where you could learn how to do this? And if I have 150 comments show up in the first day like I usually do, I know I hit the nail on the head and it's time to create a solution. But most of you are not asking questions and are not listening to find out what your customers need. If I were you, I would personally join a Facebook group with a whole community full of people like you, okay? The niche that you're trying to target, whether it's stay-at-home moms, whether it's working dads, whether it's runners, whether it's CrossFit, whatever it is. I would join a Facebook community that's got a ton of people in it, okay? And I would ask questions in there like this. What is the number one problem you're having with whatever product you supply? So let's put it in health and fitness because I know a ton of people on here are health and fitness coaches. I would just ask, what is the number one thing you could use help with to help you on your health journey? And I bet you would get so many comments, and then you could literally take those comments and you could literally run your ads, you could run your posts, everything you do could speak directly to those needs. Now here's the thing, you already have the solution for that need, I promise you, you do. You just may not be actually, you may not be presenting the solution in their language. Does that make sense? You already possess the solution, but the most important thing is you need to understand their language, okay? When you can speak someone else's language, I'm telling you right now, there is an instant connection. And on the John Maxwell team, we say you cannot sell to someone unless they know, like, and trust you. You got to have those three things going for you. They got to know you, they got to like you, they got to trust you. And here's the thing, if you do not speak their language, they may know you, they may like you, but they probably don't trust you because they don't know if you've been where they've been. But the second you speak their language to their pain and their need, they feel like you're already in their head and you already know what they're going through, so they trust that you can help them. One of the number one things I hear when I speak on team calls is, dude, it's like you're in my head. It's like you knew exactly what I was already thinking and what I was already struggling with. And that's because I do. Because I've taken time to listen. For hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, I've listened to what people are going through and what they need. If you want to have a successful business and you want to hear less no's, I'm not saying you'll ever stop hearing no's. Like I said, I get no's all the time. You've got to learn to listen to people's needs. If you don't know what your niche is yet, you need to talk to more people and you need to join more communities to find out who it is that actually relates to you, to find out who is actually going to connect with you. I talked to hundreds of people before I found my niche, which is one of the things I'll maybe talk about on another call, is all of your problems are solved by talking to more people. Because the more people you talk to, the more you hear about what they're going through if you're asking good questions. The more you hear about what they're struggling with, the more you hear about what they need, and the more you find out which people actually connect to you and need your help. So, don't get discouraged. If you're in a funk, if you're in a slump, remember what your passion is. Your passion is to help people. And if you know that your passion is to help people, it will cause you to ask questions to find out what people are going through and to find out what people need. If you find yourself telling instead of asking, chances are you really have lost your passion to help people. Because if you really want to help someone, they never need you to tell them what to do. They simply need you to ask questions and listen. And in doing so, they'll feel connected to you, you'll learn about them, and you'll actually be able to help them instead of just throwing the same crap in front of them and hoping that someone actually needs it. Does that make sense? So, I hope this has helped you guys. Remember, guys, everyone goes through a funk. Don't focus so much on the numbers. Focus on your passion. Focus on helping people and changing the world. Okay? If you need help sticking with your passion, if you need help moving forward, I'm here for you. I just recently launched a brand new program. It's called Building Your Legacy Mentorship. And in this program, I'm going to give you ongoing access to my teaching and to my accountability. And I promise you this, if you spend time with me, you will not lose your passion. I am an incredibly passionate person, and I promise it ain't going away. In fact, one of my clients just the other day was like, okay, so you quit your full-time job, you've got your life by design, but it doesn't really look like you're slowing down anytime soon. And I said, absolutely not. I'm never slowing down. Because there's always going to be more people who need what I have to offer. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I just know there are people who need help, who need support, who need accountability. If that's you, I want to ask you to go to joshuacoates.com. Okay? joshuacoates.com. There's no E in my last name. I promise. It's just C-O-A-T-S. joshuacoates.com. Check out Building Your Legacy Mentorship. Okay? For 12 months, okay, $275 gets you 12 months of teaching, support, and accountability. If you can't afford $275 up front, I've put an option in there to make $30 a month payments. $1 a day, okay? $1 a day. I'll speak into your life. I'll give you activities to make sure you're doing the things that I teach on, and I'll give you accountability. If you need that help, go sign up today, guys. 110 people already signed up in the first, little over a week. And I know, many more need it. So if that's you, go get signed up. I want to spend more time with you. I want to help you to build your legacy and live your dreams. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Would you do me a huge favor and share this video and say something that you learned? Add some value with it. Don't just share it. Share it and say something specific that you learned from what I said today. Thank you guys all so much. I love you. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome Friday. I'll see you on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everywhere else on the planet. Have a great Friday, guys. Bye.